ultra running is really small. In 1995 is when the race started, and one of the whole reasons for the race was to get more people into ultras and having one locally. And Tom, who was the first aid station captain, Blake, who was the race director, two of their friends, Charlie Barnes and Jerry Dudak, all came together with their families. I think it was 6 of them that started, and then they pulled their families in with that. But they wanted the community to love the race, and we have built an incredible ultra running community. And from that, each people would run their first 50 here, their first 100 here, and then everybody in the community took that as to be part of it. And my favorite thing now is whenever I talk to a volunteer and thank them for being here, they say, I love this race. And they love the whole race. It's not one person that brings them there. They're not doing it for their friend. They're not doing it for this. They're doing it because they love the race. And that's my most favorite thing. Is the community.
We are an all-volunteer organization, and our sole purpose of being out here is to help runners finish 100 miles. That's our real goal, and we want to share the park. We're in Umstead State Park here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Our other big motivation is we think this is just a beautiful place to run, and so we want to share that with the whole world. And we've been fortunate to have runners from throughout the world come run with us. The community is not only just the runners, and in particular the runners who come back year after year with us. We have 3 people who've finished 20 times 100 miles with us.
That's incredible.
It is. It's really fun. But it's also the volunteers that come back. We have a core group of about 3 dozen volunteers who lead all of the different aspects of the race. But we have hundreds of volunteers who come back every year. And I think that that's where the community comes together. Running groups and friendships that were formed here, but then people come back for decades, literally. Most of us, a lot of the senior volunteers it creates a real bond. And so this is the time where we get together every year and help each other do some great stuff.
We have 3 road models now and then 2 trail models coming out. Okay. One coming out in June, one coming out in the fall.
So is this kind of on the same par as normal or something like that?
So we're often put in that category because of that we're built for high mileage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're doing something different. Yeah. We're using materials that are good for the planet as well. But we're really committed. We started out to meet the needs of ultra runners and solve some problems in the running shoe industry. High price points, low mileage quotas being 2 of them.
Yeah, so here I am in the men's restroom over at the race headquarters. And I've got to say, like any race that I've been to, these are the best bathrooms that I've seen. Look really clean, and also looks like they have a couple of shower units as well, so that people can shower when they're able to. Yeah, so just arriving here now at Umstead State Park. So it's about an hour before the race starts. So now we've got this little ant line going, just as everyone files into the park. One thing that I think is really nice about this race is that they assign parking, just because I think there's a lot of different small parking lots around the park. And so then by assigning parking, hopefully it'll make it a lot easier once we get in, for everyone to actually find parking.
No bottle to start. Okay, well, cool. Yeah.
So we're about a mile into the first loop. So this race consists of 8 loops. Each one is 12.5 miles. But each loop is not like a literal loop. It actually consists of like 2 out and backs. So there's a shorter out and back that we're going to first. And there's a longer out and back where at the end of the second out and back, that's where the other aid station is. The course used to be a normal loop, but I think last year there was some sort of issue or some sort of closure on the course. And so then last year they used what they're calling this temporary course with the out and backs. And then this year they're using it again. I'm Sebastian. What's your name? Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. All right, East Coast.
Do you guys already know each other, or did you guys?
No, we have a mutual friend. Yes, and I've seen Elaine's pictures everywhere. I definitely know of you for sure. Just like a lot of like Running. Well, I run a lot. circle of friends. Yeah. I mean, the ultra community is so small, so True. especially in our area. Yes, that's true.
Especially now.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for being out here. Yeah, so now we're getting close to the other aid station, which is just at the second turnaround point. And so from here, we just go back to the start line, which I think is maybe in like 5 miles or so. Yeah, so now we're starting to get close to the end of the first lap. And obviously one nice thing about a lap race, hey Jason, hey, good job, is that you essentially have a lot of these canopies just because a lot of crew, they can reliably see their runners pretty often. So definitely will enjoy this throughout the day.
Good work, 68.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Hey, thank you. All right, this is the end of the first lap. Hey, thank you, thank you. Could I get a Gatorade, please?
Yep.
Could you give me the cap, please, too? Hey, thank you so much. So now we're maybe like a mile into lap number 2. And this is where the challenge of today starts to come into play. Because, so, I think people have been really worried about the weather, this whole week. So I think that the projected high for today is maybe like 87, 88 degrees. It's actually a little bit better than the weather forecast from like a few days ago, where I think it was like all the way literally at 90 or something like that. And so I think that, the website actually publishes what the weather on the day of this race has been every single year that this race has occurred. And the last time it was even over 80 degrees, I think it was back in 2001 or something like that. And so, definitely figuring out how to manage the heat, I think is going to be a really important part of making sure we have a good day today. All right, so now we whipped out the ice bandana, and shout out to Alex, let me borrow it. It's really helpful. So at the water station, just before the 4 mile mark, they're starting to hand out Ziploc bags with ice. And so it's really great. So I was able to put some ice into this bandana and then tie it around my neck like this. And you can see that there's a lot of people who are starting to use bandanas, for like cooling. And there's some other people who are doing some other things. Like I saw one guy, it almost looked like he had like sort of like a wash cap on, like you're gonna shower with or something. And so I'm sure that was filled with ice. So it'll be really interesting to see all the different strategies that everyone uses as the day starts to go on.
Yours?
Hey, I'm Sebastian.
Hey, Sebastian,
Hey, so nice to meet you,
brother.
Yeah.
What a beautiful day.
Oh, it is such a beautiful day. A little warmer than we'd like it to, but
That's
no
all right.
complaints, honestly. Have you done this race before?
No. How about you?
No, first time.
Okay.
First time like in this part of North Carolina, so
Really? Where are you
it's been a
from?
great experience. Came down from New York.
Oh,
It
wow.
came down the other day, so.
Okay.
So now we're maybe like a mile and a half away from the turnaround point on loop 3. So that means we're probably halfway done with this loop. Just left the aid station area to start the 4th loop. Your wheels are definitely falling off a little bit, which is kind of disappointing, but it's also kind of nice because it's a good opportunity to reset and then just focus on doing whatever makes me happy. So there's a group of, I think, locals who set up a canopy, and then there was a runner who I don't think is local. He reached out to me on WeChat. He was very nice, and so then I sort of put my drop bag with all of them, and it's really nice. They just gave me this Chinese savory snack that we call huajie. So that was very good. Whew. So there's a good chance to just eat a little bit more, because I think with the aid station transitions I haven't been eating as much as I should. So a good opportunity to just eat just a little bit more, and then hopefully I have a little bit more energy to attack this 4th loop. Hi, can I have some Gatorade, please? Gatorade? Thank you so much.
What do you want there? We got chicken, cheese quesadilla, steak, and cheeseburger.
Oh wow, it's amazing. Thanks so much.
And grilled cheese. I know, that's what we're yeah. It's one of those like.
More milk, you gotta come back. Hopefully after.
How did the other one have one?
No, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The water station earlier had run out of ice. I think I just got unlucky because they said that more ice was on the way, but it meant that I had to go from mile 3.8 to 7.3 basically without any ice, which doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but honestly it got really hot, and so it was a bit of a struggle. And then when I got to the second aid station, they had ice, so I just loaded up, and now I'm cooling off a little bit while I'm walking up this hill. So the ice dynamics of this race are very interesting. Like I'm taking maybe like 20 ice cubes every like 3 or 4 miles, and they all melt by the time I get to the next aid station. So hi everyone, how's it going? Whew. Oh yeah, I get a Gatorade.
Gatorade?
I guess. Hey, thank you so much.
Popsicle by chance?
Oh, I love a popsicle, yeah, that'd be great. Oh man. Oh man. This course is it's kicking my butt, but I'm having a lot of fun, so it's okay. Hey guys, thank you for being here. Ooh.
你的前面没有冰不行啊，这一层前面每一次过去都抓了好多冰，帽子上、脖子上。
他好像这个方面他直觉好像比较好。
是啊，他知道的，因为他之前我们跑过几次，热得像那个Dominion。
哦，真的。
很热的呀。你就多还是再来一点？
对，没关系，没关系，这个够了，够了，够了，够了。
吃过那个苦的呀。
哈。
对啊，尤其有一次我们之前跑了50迈。 local 的一个50迈比赛，那次也是，其实没这么热，但是因为就是平时就是40、50度，突然那天就70多。对。然后半途是如果没有冰的话，他说就弃赛了。
啊，谢谢。
对，因为很多时候等一杯西瓜要不要？
Hey guys, Silas just cruising along. Good job.
加油加油 ，Special 加油！
也太厉害了 ！Good job. Yeah, good job, Elaine.
Me too.
So overall, I'd say that I feel like this lap has been better so far than the previous lap, the 4th lap. I think I've been able to run a bit more consistently. It's a little bit hard to tell just because I've basically been walking all these uphills, and I think the temperature's starting to cool down a little bit, which makes it a little bit easier, to just not feel overwhelmed by the heat. So then just finishing this climb, which is probably the largest climb on the course. It's a little hard to tell, but maybe and one 200 feet. So now we're about 5 miles into loop number 6. So we got just over 50K to go still. You can see that it's starting to get a little bit dark here. It's exciting. So I got the headlamp, which we'll start using soon, and then excited to experience this race in the dark. Hey, good job. All right, now done with lap 6, so just 2 more to go. Ooh. You know, I feel like American ultra running culture is still developing, right?
Yeah,
and you know, it's becoming a thing.
1000%.
But it's like, you know, you go to that part of Europe,
Everyone's
and
lining the trail.
yeah, and you can kind of see it's like what UTMB means to like all of the communities that it passes through. You know, there's a lot of criticisms of UTMB too, and I don't even know if I feel like I know what all of those are, but you know, just doing it, like I really enjoyed it. Like it seemed like like the locals really enjoyed
What's
it.
the cutoff there?
It's 46.5.
Okay.
Yeah, also it's like 107 miles or something.
Oh,
There's like a lot of these races, they like to add a little tech on a little at the end.
Ish.
Yeah. So just started the final loop. And boy, am I ready for this race to be over. So just doing the short out and back right now. A little bit of a uphill here. But then in a moment, I'll try to do my best to run as much of it as I can. So now it's probably like 250, 255 or so. We went to the second aid station for the last time. We turn around and now we're just heading back. All right, finally at the finish line. That was a hard race, but glad that we did it. Glad that we got it done. Oh shit! Ow. Whew.
Congratulations, sir.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, volunteers.
Way to go, sir. Sub 24.
Probably the biggest thing. So we had more starters this year than we've ever had, and it was hotter than it's ever been. And so we'll see how it ends up with 100-mile finishers such as yourself, 50-mile finishers. But it was a good year. I mean, a lot of good. The runners here have had a great attitude despite the heat, and understanding that it's just, you know.
Well, the only thing you can do is to have a good attitude.
Yeah.
And then it just it really helps when, you know, all the volunteers are really friendly and, you know, are clearly just trying to help us be successful. So.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. So, but yeah, it's been great. I think all the runners have really had good attitude. Just can't control the weather, but you can manage as best you can. So.
And then we can look at individual numbers. So you are 68, for example. It tells you each one.
Yeah, how good are the readings in the sense of, like, it wasn't super clear to me at like airport whether that was doing anything. Like sometimes like the device might make some sort of noise or something like that.
These don't.
Okay. But then how sensitive is it, like if someone like accidentally, I don't know, like doesn't pass by like a literal cone or something? Yeah, I don't know how sensitive.
10-foot diameter circumference to read it, so that's pretty good.